like taking a Rubik's Cube and a Rubik's Cube and a Rubik's Cube and then having them all. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
But they're
This
all
week on
one
Positively
block
Got
instead of being
no one. Am I on mute?
9
Check
blocks.
1, 2.
Like, shouldn't it be
Hello.
9 blocks of 5?
No.
So you
Check.
have to assemble
1,
9 Rubik's
Damn it.
cubes.
This week on Positively Godless, we ignore Scott. That's funny.
Meanwhile, he's coming to you live from inside the I Dream of Genie bottle.
And
All
we
I
find out
did-
which celebrity I look like.
All I did was move to my couch, and Scott shrunk himself down into
Studio 54. Or something.
We're back. We hope you missed us.
And we take the new Matt Slick survey that's just been released, so you get to see it here first.
Perfect. That's the end of the intro because it's already too long.
Crazy! Over under feeling crazy! It was no wonder you're just making me crazy!
Oh,
Hold on. Can you see it?
yeah. This week on Positively Godless, we're back from vacation. Shut up, I'm doing it, finally.
No, you can't do that till the end.
Oh,
Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Positively Godless. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Welcome back, everybody.
Hi.
It's us. Scott, did you miss me? It's been like 2 weeks.
Gosh. This is going to be a good year.
Yay! Could you believe, though, that we've been doing this for almost a year?
Yes, I can.
Didn't we start in March?
Oh, we started in February.
Was it February?
Well, I will go check.
Well, you know what? I have YouTube up with our channel going, so...
Is that the one with it's youtube.com/positivelygodless, or are you in the Facebook page, facebook.com/positivelygodless? Or
Oh,
Twitter at pgodless. Did you check our email? We have a lot of emails now from myself at positivelygodless@gmail, by the way.
At gmail.com.
.com.
Yeah,
10 months ago.
You do have to put the .com on there.
Yeah, because I'm waiting for like some jackhole to say, is it .com or .net?
You should give our listeners a little more credit for that. Oh, wow. Yeah, 10 months ago. That doesn't sound right.
No, check the date of the
This is
first
published
episode.
February 22nd, 2015.
Oh,
Okay.
you guys.
So that means
So how was that 10 months ago?
because it's still considered the beginning part of January.
I guess. Who knows? How was your holidays?
Good.
Enjoy your Christmas?
We did, but do we want to
Why
do this, or do you want to get to comments first?
don't we do whatever feels right? And what felt right at the time was asking how your holidays were.
My holiday was great.
That's
for
it.
the most
Just
part.
great.
It was pretty good
Oh, mine was fabulous. You know why?
because you don't have any bigots in your family.
Oh no, I do.
Okay.
Oh, I do.
Superman
They're just
slippers?
not very out. I got Superman slippers, but I got to see freaking Mariah Carey.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought we've already
Our
covered this.
seat- We did not. We did not have an episode.
Dreamt that. It
Last
was a great
episode
dream.
was right before. Our
Okay.
seats were so close. We were row K. We were 15 steps from the stage that Mariah Carey was standing on, singing to me from. It was the most amazing experience. She looked good. She sounded fabulous. Every note perfect. And not only did she do Christmas songs, I was a little disappointed though because she let Trey Lorenz sing one of my favorite Christmas songs that she did on her first album. And he butchered the song to death. Like, my ears were ready to bleed by the time he was done singing the song. If you don't know who Trey Lorenz is, everybody, Trey Lorenz is one of Mariah Carey's backup singers. And
You said Silo Ren?
Trey Lorenz. And if you all remember
I know
her
I was laughing.
cover of
Kylo Ren.
I'll Be There from the Jackson 5, which she did on the MTV Unplugged special that she did, he was the male voice. She duetted it, and he was the male voice, and he sang that really high note for a guy, I think, you know. So anyway, aside from that, everything was great. She did her Christmas songs, and she did freaking Emotions. One of my all-time favorite songs by her. We
That's
Belong
a tough
Together.
note, too.
Yeah, and she did all of them. All of them. And We Belong Together, she sang, which is amazing. And she did Hero, which is not my favorite Mariah Carey song. It's down towards the bottom of the list, but it was amazing. Amazing, amazing. All right, we're done. Done. So, that's it. Tyler, how was your Christmas?
Yeah.
Isn't it magical watching the children open their Christmas gifts from Santa Claus?
That part was pretty fantastic. So
Yeah.
No, luckily I didn't have to endure as much as in years past. But I did have a little get together, and some racist comments came up from family members, and we won't really get into that now, but it's
We could
think I
come
got
back
you
to
beat.
all of that because I
yeah,
think that was
it's
something that we wanted to talk about was dealing with our families at Christmas.
Yeah.
yeah.
But we'll put that on the back burner for now.
We'll cover it today, but, you know.
Scott wants to do comments.
I don't. We should do, but I will say, go see the new Star Wars in IMAX 3D. By the way,
Isn't it already out for like 3.5 weeks?
yeah, but we saw it in the regular theater. Then we went and saw it in IMAX 3D. It's phenomenal. Did you see it yet, Tyler?
Mm-hmm.
Did you like it?
It was okay.
Why are you still seeing movies in 2D in the first place?
Because 3D is like the worst thing invented since Jesus Christ.
Oh God! Wow.
Well,
3D is awful.
I love 3D
awful.
movies.
No.
IMAX is
see a
good.
movie
IMAX
if
is
it's not
no.
in 3D.
3D is absolutely the worst thing ever, especially when you have a movie that was shot in 2D and then converted into 3D.
Beg
It
to
makes
differ
Oh.
with you.
Yeah.
No,
I've seen all the Disney movies that they've put in 3D, including Finding Nemo,
no,
and they're fabulous.
no.
This
They're
does it right.
awful. They're awful. I saw Star Wars both in 3D and in 2D. And
The newest one?
yes.
Okay.
Yep. And the 2D was like, there's no comparison.
Really.
Okay.
2D was way better. 3D.
We can
awesome.
disagree without being disagreeable.
Wow. Okay, Mom.
Paul Ridgway.
Thanks.
All right, comments. We have a lot. K-Tap. Merry Christmas, guys. K-Tap, we hope you had a blessed Christmas as well, or a fantastic Christmas.
He didn't say blessed Christmas to
I'm
you. He
saying
said
blessed.
Merry Christmas.
Guys. So I'm saying it back to him, but it's a little late. I hope you had a great Christmas, K-Tap.
Merry
Well,
Christmas.
I like this one. Tom Hall. My wife and I painted the living room with this show playing in the background. I think she likes you guys too. She said you were zany. Anyway, it did help with the tedious nature of painting. So kudos. Merry belated Christmas.
Yes. So I'm going to. What's so funny about that?
That is awesome because for once, it's not the tedious process of watching our show, it's the tedious process of painting.
Painting
Whilst
is so
watching
I
our
hate,
show.
I hate. No, he wasn't watching. He was listening.
Listening, yeah. Yeah, Tommy Hall. I do like Tommy. Good guy. We definitely disagree on a lot of things, and he has posted some things that I have stood up for that I'm really not going to get into, but I appreciate his comment, his support. We differ, but hopefully we can set those aside and get along. So that's kind of all I want to say about that. But Christopher Mowdy, Tyler, it has big words in it. Can you read his comment?
I don't think Tyler has it
I'm
up.
not-
It says street epistemology.
It's epistemology.
Epistemology. Well, at least I tried.
That's true.
Good point.
Is not Christian apologetics of the carnival barker variety. Parentheses, standing on a boardwalk with a bullhorn. I love those people that stand on the on the boardwalk with a bullhorn. I love watching them. They entertain me. I could
That's
stand there
G-Man.
all day and watch them. Anthony Magnabosco took the points about critical thinking made in Peter Boghossian's philosopher-writer, book and applies it in the public forum in a gentle and clever way to address people's beliefs, understandings, and knowledge. Very interesting stuff. Over the last 2 weeks, I have not been able to do anything positively godless related. I wish I had been, but I was so busy with family, work, friends, all that stuff. You know how it is between Christmas and New Year. But thank you, Chris, for
thank you, Chris.
the comment. We will definitely be taking a look at that, and I'm sure we will have some sort of topic on it in the future.
Yeah, we have head case, newcomer, old comer.
Really? Why did you have to say that?
Sorry. Hopefully he knows I'm just kidding. If somebody says Merry Christmas to me, I would tell them Merry Christmas. If they say Happy Holidays, I will say Happy Holidays. The only thing I like about Christmas is this time off of work. Screw the rest of it. Favorite Christmas song, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Oh, Headcase, you and I are on the exact same page. Screw the rest of it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And then we have another comment from this idiot. At 30 minutes, Scott's mic starts to block half of his face. What do y'all think?
I can't believe nobody commented on that.
Maybe I deleted him. But I want Jerry to discuss Ryan Thomas for a second.
Well, there's 2 comments from
I know.
Ryan.
No, there's 8 replies.
Well, we're not going to read all of them. They can go and look back at the episode and read all of them.
Fairy tales will come true.
Oh my goodness. Ryan Thomas. Guys, I love how open you are to feedback. You have such a great attitude. I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness, so I do not take for granted the ability/desire to think for yourself. Merry Christmas, gentlemen. And then very shortly after that, Are you ready for this, Tyler?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta make the screen bigger so I can see your face. Or are you looking at the comments?
I'm looking at them right now.
It says, I think I fancy Jerry. Enough said. Scott, don't get butthurt.
I thought
that
I was going to be the one with the
fans-
first crush.
That fans have a crush on me. And
I know. I figured that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Adam
you
Della,
too.
Be butthurt. I'm going to make you fill out the form if you are.
I got so many on standby stacked up. Just to hand them in.
But let me show you the most embarrassing thing ever. This was from, we went and had pictures taken with my brothers and sisters because my nephew is 2 years old and we hadn't had a family picture taken since before he was born. So I did not want him to become like 4 or 5 years old and say, "Where's all the pictures with me?" So, Rich is there and, I usually get a picture of the two of us together. Look at this hideous cow in this picture. Look at that. You see that?
Oh my gosh.
See that? Hanging over my pants. See my man boobs.
You got a fupa.
Sorry, Ryan, if that makes you no longer fancy me. But, you can only see from here up anyway. So, but I'm working on it.
You have been known to take your shirt off in some episodes, or at least lift it up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's
Even in
true.
my drunken stupor, I remember that.
Was I drunk?
Yeah,
so I saw
you might
that
have been
picture.
drinking out of the Superman mug and it wasn't water.
Right.
Yes.
I saw that picture and I nearly fell off the chair at the Porter Studio. And then later that night, we were at Panera and I was looking at it because we got it online, the digital downloads. And I pulled it up on my phone and I looked at it and I said to Rich, I was like, "Am I really that fat?" You know what his response was? Ready for this? He looks at me and goes, like, he didn't want to answer the question because he thought it was going to be a trap. Because if he said, "Oh, you're not that fat," I said, "Yes, I am."
I didn't have that queued up.
And if he would have said, "Yeah, you are that fat," I'm like, really? Why would you say that to me?" So, yeah, he kept his mouth shut because he knew he wasn't going to win. Oh, that was
Wow.
my holidays. That was my Christmas. I have not had carbs in 2 days. Yeah. Yep. And I broke down today and had a piece of chocolate. I went to the gym last night and I went to the gym today because I did not have 10,000 steps in. So I went to the gym and I got on the treadmill and I walked on the treadmill for an hour at an incline of like almost 2.
I don't know what any of that means.
No, I don't either.
Basically, I was walking up a hill for an hour.
There
Basically,
you go.
Scott and I don't exercise.
And
No.
I didn't get to 10,000 steps, but I couldn't stay on the treadmill anymore. In fact, when I got off the treadmill, I couldn't feel my feet touching the floor. It felt like I was just hovering over the floor when I walked. So,
All right. We got one more comment I want to make sure we get out of the way because might as well save the best for last. Christian Skeptic. This still religion oxy maroon. What?
okay.
So, of course, I got to reply because, that's kind of how I roll. Christian Skeptic, please explain how this is an oxymoron so we can appropriately address your comment when we return from our holiday break airing January 9th.
Wow, Christian Skeptic has quite a number of videos on YouTube.
Oh, really? I didn't even bother to check it out. Maybe I'll convert. Unless he's one of us. I don't know. So those are your comments. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to talk to us. And talk to us. Goodbye. Just kidding. We're not leaving yet. But let's kind of tackle the brief recap of the holiday break and kind of what was your head scratcher event or your head scratching moment of your holiday break?
Jerry.
I didn't have any, actually. You know why? Because why did I just say actually like 3 times in 2 seconds? I kept up to what I said I was going to do. I knew that at my sister's house with my father's side of the family, my 2 brothers, my 2 sisters, my stepmom, my dad was there. None of that topic. It doesn't come up. We don't talk about religion. We don't talk about politics. My one brother, he keeps saying "Go Trump," and I keep saying "What?" But I don't even try to bother with that with him. Mostly because I'm pretty sure it's a joke, but you never know. But so, like, a couple of days after Christmas, we go to my mom's house, and her 2 brothers and my stepfather's, some people from my stepfather's side of the family are there. And my one uncle, who's a lawyer, comes to me and says, "The gays got it right." I said, "What?" He said, "Well, look at how you guys got, marriage equality and everything, over the past, 30 years or so. You guys organize well, and when you want something done, you don't stop until it's done." I said, "Okay." And then he goes, "So I want to start a grassroots campaign against Islam." I was like, "What?" Now, keep in mind, he lives down in Virginia, so he's very close to DC, and this is all they talk about. And, it's all that's on the media is, the Islamic terrorists and everything that's going on and this and that. Of course, now I know he's of the mindset that if a Christian does something and shoots up a bunch of people, the person has a mental disorder. But if it's an Islamic person, then they're a terrorist. And he just wanted to kind of push me into this conversation. And I said, "Who are you listening to?" Expecting to hear Donald Trump come out of his mouth. And he didn't respond to that question. I said, "Yeah, okay, we're done with this conversation." So then he tried to get on the great iOS versus Android debate, and I shut that down quickly too.
Because you realized that your Android couldn't win?
No, because I asked him,
Here
what
we
does
go.
that
Let's go on
$1,300 iPad Pro you have that my iPad 3 doesn't do? I said, "Let me think about this." And he's like, "Oh, you must like having viruses on your devices." I said, "I've never had a virus on any of my devices. Not one."
Which is especially amazing consider the type of websites that you go to. Okay, all right, we're getting a little off track.
But so yeah, I avoided all of those that type of conversation with anybody in my family, and I was just like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to engage in it. So, and I didn't, and I was proud of myself. It's not much that I'm proud of myself for, but
I am proud of you as well. Good job.
thanks.
I tried. Well, and I did. I mean, I guess I didn't do as well as I would have hoped in deflecting it. But yeah, I had a family member discussing their work situation with me, and again discussing someone who was Muslim and making comments about their cleanliness, making comments about um, when working in the store, if they had to like get down like to a lower shelf or something, like shouldn't they have their rug there for that? And I mean, just yeah, it
Was
was
it
just
Grant Nichols?
it
I was gonna
was.
say, does he know this douchebag that Scott went to school with?
Yeah.
So I mean, it was like watching some of those videos or like going through his Facebook Grant's Facebook rant and all that kind of stuff all over again, and it was just I was like, okay, I don't think that any of that is really appropriate here, especially in front of my children. But
Or did you say that?
yeah, well,
Good.
I brought up the appropriateness and then abruptly changed the topic. But
To Santa
uh,
Claus?
what
To Santa Claus?
to Santa Claus? Yes. No, I immediately brought up the iPhone versus Android debate and got into a lot of discussion. No, it's just another reason that I hate Christmas. I hate the holiday season. I am so glad that it's over with. So, and you know what? Bah humbug, a Scrooge, a curmudgeon, call me whatever you want. I don't care. I'm glad it's over. It's done.
So does this only does this type of thing only happen at Christmas, or does it happen at a lot of family gatherings, all family gatherings?
Well, as far as it's been cut down drastically because I no longer see the vast majority of my dad's side of the family,
Mm-hmm.
which is all of the beer drinking, going out, and just like the beer drinking redneck type of that side of the
The
family.
people that Donald Trump appealed to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were all in the Trump camp at this point. So it certainly doesn't happen as often anymore, but it still does. And it just gives me no motivation to continue it. So I'm glad it's over with.
It's good.
Yeah.
Gosh, mine's like incredibly boring now.
Why? What happened to you, Scott?
Nothing happened to me. My dad mentioned it's like, I really should check out your show sometime. I'm like, not episode 39. But I don't know. I think he's just making a joke.
You think he's never going to watch the show?
No, he'll never watch it. Maybe he will. Who cares? If he does, great. Subscribe, comment, chastise. But
If he does, in all fairness, he's probably not going to get this far into an episode.
No, not at all. Because he'll see this behind him. Like, which one's the gay one? But Trump
He's been wondering that about you
Yeah,
your
he
entire
has.
life.
Yeah.
I mean, with that haircut, I'm wonder why.
I like my
Or
hair.
lack thereof.
Yeah, I know. Like, when's the last time you got your haircut? I think we could go episode by episode and see Scott's hair getting longer.
There is an episode where I did get my hair cut. Not on the show. Oh, that'd be hilarious.
No, it wouldn't. The idea should just leave your head as quickly as it came in. That would not be funny.
You look like Valerie Bertinelli from like 1985. I mean,
From what was that show she was on when she lived in the basement apartment with her mom,
Oh, I can't.
her
Yeah,
sisters?
No, I'm thinking of somebody else who was on Eight Is Enough. Eight Is Enough was a TV show that came out in the 70s and early 80s. But
Well,
anyway,
you know what? He does kind of look
Christy
like
McNichol.
McNichols.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
She's got that lesbian feathered haircut.
yeah, it's a bi level. Anyway, so yeah, Trump did come up
Sorry, I
very.
don't want to offend any lesbians or anything.
You're fine. You get a pass.
Lesbians aren't so forgiving
But
sometimes.
if a gay,
Just because I'm gay doesn't mean I can make fun of gay people.
I don't know how it
Doesn't
works.
It's just a joke. I mean, I don't have a good quip. Sorry. Just move
Anyway,
on.
Trump did come up very, very briefly. But my dad said he was a fan, but now he's leaning towards, I think, Cruise, whoever that is, Tom Cruise.
So much better.
Tom Cruise.
Did you really just say Tom Cruise?
Yes,
I did.
he did.
I did.
You may as well be a Trump supporter.
But that wasn't the weird part. The weird part was the gift exchange where he opens a gift from my sister, and it's Barack Obama toilet paper.
What? Why would somebody? Well, I can see it's weird for you, but if your dad doesn't like Barack Obama, I'm sure he loved out of it. Like,
That was Jerry.
Mm-hmm. That was Jerry.
I'm sorry, but it was funny. You should throw a poop emoji over my mouth when I say that.
Yeah, more work to do. So no, I mean that was about it. There was a really weird moment, and gosh, I hope they don't watch this episode or ever or all any of them. But it was so uncomfortable. Leave that in the show. Leave it
Screen share.
There's Scott, everybody.
You should text
Oh,
and also say,
Happy
"This is
New
your
Year. Hope everybody's enjoying so far. That was funny.
Oh God, where was I?
So it's
The
very
Obama toilet paper.
Obama toilet paper.
Yeah, okay, that was done. But there was a moment of like really uncomfortable. So here, the three of us, godless heathens, are sitting down. We're eating our dinner, and everyone's like starting to kind of get to the table and sit down, and food's being passed. At this point, I'm on to my second helping of prime rib because I don't play with prime rib. Love it. And it's time to say grace. So they do the whole blesses the Lord
It's
stuff. Sorry.
time to do grace on your second helping?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
because
lying.
he started eating before
Yeah,
everybody
Elsa
else.
and Gavin is like, hey, let's go.
Oh, yes, because you're a godless heathen. Yes, okay, continue.
Right. So everyone sits down. My mom's like, it's time to say grace. And they do the whole blessed Lord thing. And I did swear, so you may want to.
I already
Okay.
keep going.
Okay, sorry. And then my mom's like kind of like quote unquote head table. And then she turns to my niece and gives her all these praises and how proud she is and stuff like that. And then goes to my next niece, the same thing. And then goes to my sister. And me and Elsa looking at each other going, holy crap, this is going around the table. This is really uncomfortable. And my food's really, really cold. And gets to Gavin and says, I'm really happy that you like your new school. Basically. And then gets to me and she says, you've been at your job for almost a year. And
Wow.
then Elsa's last and says, "I'm sure you're a really good nurse." It was just the most uncomfortable thing. And I'm sure she meant well. And I just finally said, "Hey, you skipped dad." And she says, "I don't know how in the hell I put up with you this whole year." It was kind of funny, but it was just really uncomfortable.
Because she was like so in depth and I'm gonna make up a word right now, praiseful of everybody else and
Yeah.
not you and your family.
Kind of, yeah. That's kind of what we got out of it. Yeah, I'm so proud of you doing so well in this sport, or you're a funny kid to like, and then gets to Gavin, and he noticed that too. He's like, "Yeah, what the heck was up with that?"
I was gonna ask if he said anything to you.
Yeah, yeah. He said something to us over the weekend, saying we were kind of talking about it, joking. He's like, "I was gonna bring that up."
Like right there on the spot.
No, just when we were kind of talking about it. Um, he's like, "Yeah, that was. Did you guys think it was weird?" So we kind of talked about it and explained to him, like, yes, your grandma really loves you and all that stuff. She was just probably we're at the end of the line. She's running out of things to say, and that very well may be true. But you've been at your job for a year.
So you lie to him about that, and you lie to him and tell him there's no Santa Claus. Jeez, Scott, what kind of father are you?
I let him figure out about Santa Claus. So that was my Christmas, I guess.
2 weeks after Christmas, my tree's still up. So
is mine.
We wanted to take ours down Christmas Eve.
Mine's
right
artificial, so
yeah.
So it can stay up all year round for all I'm concerned. It's such a pain in the butt to put it up.
We've just been so busy around here, and now the next 5 weekends we have stuff going on, and it's just like there's.
Wait, the only time you can take it down is on the weekend?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Well, no.
I know I shouldn't talk.
I'm home alone with the kids 3 nights a week. Mondays, Sam doesn't get home until late because she's working during the day, and Wednesdays, Ethan has hockey. I mean, there's stuff going on all the time. We did take a little bit of the stuff down tonight, but nothing from the tree.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott goes to pee.
Are you serious right now?
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott gets booted from the show. All right. We're back.
All right.
You don't even drink anymore. How can you not get through? Oh.
It's Bush NA.
Are you drinking non-alcoholic beer? You know what? That's what happened to my father. He quit for 10 years, and then he started drinking non-alcoholic beer, and then he became a raging alcoholic, 3 times worse than he was.
Well, Scott quit for 10 days, and then he started drinking non-alcoholic beer, and it'll be a couple more before he's back to the Budweiser.
It's been a month. It went
Can I have a Budweiser light, please?
Can I have a Budweiser NA, please? Can I get a Bud None? Bud None. I should invent that beer.
Bud None.
Yeah. Anyway, real quick announcement. We may have a guest next week. A returning guest. We hope so. Knock on wood. However, we have confirmed a guest for the following week. I'm sorry, Tyler, if I'm boring you. No,
Jerry, that was highly inappropriate.
What did I miss?
You'll have to see on Sunday.
Okay. Airing on the 24th of January, our special guest will be Tim Hurd, host of the Bible Thumping Wignut that airs every Sunday live, which they do a Q&A with a mutual friend of ours, Mr. Matt Slick. So We'll be talking to Tim. Looking forward to it. And he may have some tech support questions, so Tyler will be there to answer them.
Tech support.
It was an
question?
email thing. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Do
So,
I need to like go watch some of this Tim Hurd guy, or should
I'll
I
send you some
do
stuff.
like I do with every other guest and just be
No. He
surprised?
he did a conversation with G-Man, which I thought was absolutely brilliant. How he handled G-Man. He's a good guy. I like him, but I like everybody. So that's the announcement, and we may have another guest the following week. I'm still waiting to get schedules confirmed, so we'll see. So that's the announcements.
Jerry,
Okay.
put the cube down.
Thank you.
You're addicted. Plus, we can all hear the.
Okay, well, I'll mute. I'll finish it.
All right. So this week we have a topic. Speaking of Matt Slick, a couple years ago he had a questions for atheists that finally gained momentum very recently, where so many other shows were covering his questions. We didn't do it just because we had other topics, but over the holiday break, Matt reached out to me for assistance on his new questionnaire, which is actually a survey. So we're going to take the survey together very, very quickly. We'll put the link in the description so you can take it yourself and pass the word around. So, well, I guess to make this mildly entertaining, we'll go and just each take a question. We'll each answer it and just quickly move on without really explanations unless they're needed. So, cool? You guys okay with that?
I guess so. We can
Cool.
do it quickly. I know.
Yeah.
I know how to do it quickly. I don't know about this
I
you.
can't see it because it tells me that this survey is set up to be taken only once from each computer, and it's already been taken from the computer you are currently using.
What?
So I
What if
can't.
you clear your cache?
Okay. Are we on a break or?
No.
Okay. This got real quiet. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? So, question number 1. How would you define atheism? And there's 5 options. There is no God or gods, not knowing if there is a God or not, a lack of belief in God's existence, without belief in God or gods, or rejection of the God concept of any kind. I put the lack of belief in God's existence.
There is no God or gods.
I believe that's what I put, a lack of belief. Or no, maybe I put there is no God or gods.
Okay, I know I toyed with the A and C. So, do you act according to what you believe in or what you lack belief in? 4 options. I act according to what I believe. I act according to what I lack belief in. I act according to what I lack belief in, and also what I believe in. I don't act according to what I believe or don't believe.
I act according to what I believe.
Okay. Tyler?
Yeah, I think that's what I picked.
Okay, I know this is boring you. Just kidding. Jerry, do you want to take number 3?
Do you think it is inconsistent for someone who lacks belief in God to work against God's existence by attempting to show that God does not exist? And possible answers: it is not inconsistent to lack belief in God and also try to show God does not exist. It is inconsistent to lack belief in God and also try to show that God does not exist. It is neither consistent nor inconsistent to lack belief in God and also try to show that God does not exist. I wrote it is not inconsistent, and in additional comments I wrote God does not exist.
Yeah, I put it is neither.
Why? Quickly.
It's a Matt Slick question. And that's not trying to be rude at all. a lot of the way that he addresses his questions, the way that he asks his questions, it's really no secret. They're almost trap questions.
Well, they're all trap questions. Not
Yeah.
almost. They are, definitely, and all of them are.
So sometimes, or in this situation, I answered it to the best of my ability, the most honest way, and not get trapped. So
Let's skip a little bit.
yeah. Tyler, do you want to answer or no?
Number 4.
Oh,
Well, I just wanted to pick some of the ones that we thought were interesting because
Oh,
some of
okay.
these are really not that
Interesting.
okay.
But number 4, why are you an atheist? I am an atheist because there is no evidence for God. I'm an atheist because the God concept makes no sense. I'm an atheist because nothing in my life convinces me of God's existence. Or I am an atheist because I don't need God in my life.
I really wish that there was an all of the above in this.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
there
why
were
there's
some of
traditional
them that
comments.
were singular answers, and there's some that were like multiple choice that you could pick.
Right.
So this was one of those where you had to pick one.
But I didn't pick one. I selected, I am an atheist because nothing in my life convinces me of God's existence. And in additional comments, I wrote, and A and D in big capital letters, the concept of God makes no sense.
Yeah, that was my answer. That makes no sense.
Yeah, I did that on a few as well, where I added other answers in where there weren't multiple choices.
And we discussed why the concept of God makes no sense when we went through Genesis
Right.
in that episode. And reading through it again, it just made me think, okay. So,
Yeah, we do want to skip. I mean, number 5 is interesting in a sense. How sure are you that atheism is a proper position to hold? Not very, somewhat, pretty sure, very sure, absolutely sure. Asking if atheism is a proper position to hold is a stupid question.
I picked that one and I wrote, just like asking if Christianity is a proper position to hold is a stupid question.
Yeah.
Because it's okay, but because my interpretation of that question is, what are you saying? My belief in no existence of God is wrong because of your belief in the existence of God? Like, that's just not very Christian.
Yeah. Somebody pick. We can skip a few too, obviously.
Okay. Here's another one that I found interesting. Do you affirm or deny that atheism is a worldview? A worldview is a set of unproven beliefs and or assumptions that a person uses when interpreting the world around them. I said, I affirm that atheism is a worldview because it is a worldview, you know?
I
Unproven or-
also picked that option as well, that I affirm that it's a worldview. And additional comments were, and so is Christianity.
And I wrote that just like Christianity is a worldview because it is, unproven, especially if you're going to go with the definition of worldview as a set of unproven beliefs and or assumptions that a person uses when interpreting the world around him. Then atheism has been proven by science, while Christianity has not been proven at all.
What do you mean by atheism has been proven by science?
Because everything that Christianity says is fact has been disproven by science.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
What is your opinion of Jesus? Jesus never existed. Jesus existed but has been fictionalized into deity. Jesus was a great teacher like Buddha and Confucius. I don't know if Jesus existed or not.
I put that. I don't know if he exists or not. In a deity or not.
I wrote Jesus never existed, and in additional comments, I said it has never been proven.
Oh, snap.
Because to the best of my knowledge, it hasn't been proven. But people like George Washington, Marco Polo, Christopher Columbus, all of those people have been proven to have lived.
But if you change it to Jesus, that changes everything.
There's plenty of Jesuses running around.
Wow.
Somebody had to do it.
Wow. So
Oh.
here's another one that didn't have the multiple choice, but I wanted the multiple choice.
Is this 11?
Yep. What is
Yeah, I
your
was gonna
opinion
say.
of the concept of the God of the Bible? The God of the Bible is a moral monster. The God of the Bible is loving. The God of the Bible is fiction and does not exist. The God of the Bible is omnipresent. The God of the Bible is a construct of other God concepts.
Yeah, there's a couple that you could use.
Yeah, you can guess which ones I probably picked out of that list. One
I
of them
simply
definitely was
selected
not.
Moral Monster.
I also selected Moral Monster and then also added and is also fiction and a construct of other God concepts.
Yeah, I only picked is fiction. It does not exist, which is a quick sidebar. With all the violence in the Bible, I would love to do a Bible study with your first Bible that you have, Tyler.
The Good News Bible?
The Good News Bible, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be fun to see what it says. We'll compare it to like my Precious Moments Bible and see what the differences are.
I just want to see what happens with Abraham and his son Isaac. Does he, did God tell him to kill him or not? What do you got, Jerry? You pick one. I do
here's
have.
one
Oh,
that I
go ahead.
like.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
mean, it's all the way down to 16.
Yeah,
Okay, you took mine.
That's where I was going.
We guys so happy. Great minds. If you were at one time a believer in the Christian God, what caused you to deny his existence? And I selected it just did not make sense, and I grew up.
You
Okay,
should have put, if other, please specify. You should have wrote, I'm gay.
I didn't want him to know it was me.
So for people who aren't looking at this right in front of them, there's 6 options here,
Oh, yeah.
and this is one of the ones where you could pick more than one. So I read the Bible. A Christian wronged me badly. It just didn't make sense. I grew up. Secular college and or university helped me leave Christianity, which
That was mine. That was my idea.
and then science disproves God.
And God's moral character.
God's moral character. So I'm sorry, there were 7 options there.
Yeah, because when we were doing this, he's like, I need more. I'm like, college and university, that's a big one. He's like, yes. But
Okay.
that's not what I wrote. I just put, I read the Bible. It didn't make sense.
I grew up.
And I grew up, yeah. Which is, I haven't grown up, but
Well, yeah, that's very true.
What did you put?
The same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 17 was a good one too. I liked. Oh, I just put it didn't make sense, and I grew up.
Okay.
Number 17 was a good one too that I really liked answering. Do you believe the world would be better off without religion? Yes, the world would be better off without some religions. The world would be better off without all religions. No, the world would not be better off without some religions. No, the world would not be better off without all religions. Some religions are helpful and some are not, or I don't know. And I selected yes, the world would be better off without all religions.
Yep. No disagreement there.
I put some.
Really?
Why?
Yeah. Let's talk about that. Explain yourself.
Buddha?
Lucy, you have some explaining to do?
I think the reason I put all religions and here's why. No, I'm not gonna give that away because well, no, yeah, well, because people reading this probably know Matt. he put religion in there for a reason, because it's that mind trick that you're thinking Christianity, Christianity, Christianity. You're not thinking of Hinduism, Islam.
Yes, I am.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said all religion.
Okay.
None.
Okay.
None are good. Every
No.
religion has its ideologies, and
Oh, wait a minute.
What? Oh,
I put, never mind. I put some religions are helpful, some are not. That's what I
but
put. Sorry.
still, why would some be helpful and some not? So all religions, to me, all religions have their ideologies.
They do.
Not one religion is all inclusive and teaches and holds people accountable for being good people.
Say that again. Sorry. I'm looking to get out of this by changing my answer, but no, say that again.
Okay, all religions have their ideologies,
Right?
right? Whatever their belief system is. But not one religion teaches people to be good people and holds them accountable for being good people.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So let's say it this way. I'm not so sure about Christianity, but in Catholicism, go out and sin as long as you go to confession and repent, you're not going to go to hell. Go free reign, do whatever you want.
Right.
No accountability because you get forgiven and absolved.
Okay, but let's say helpful. I mean, can we?
I would love a former or current Catholic to chime in on that.
A current Catholic?
Well, a former or a current. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
it doesn't matter. Somebody who is more familiar with Catholicism, because I don't where
Well, I'm a
I
former
where I
Catholic.
get where I get where you're kind of coming from, Jerry. At the same point, I don't think that at any point in somebody's Catholic upbringing, they're taught, go ahead and go be completely destructive morally and just come to confession. I mean, I think that they're still taught that you should be a good person, you should do this and this and this and this, whatever. But when you have wronged, by the grace of God, you have the ability to come back and to be forgiven for those sins. I don't think that they're being.
No, they're not being taught. Go. I mean, that maybe, but my interpretation of that whole, what's the word I'm looking for? That whole idea of confession and absolution is okay. Well, right at this moment, I don't necessarily have to make the decision whether it's a good or bad decision, because in the end, I can go. That's just my interpretation of it.
Sure.
There is a follow-up question, number 18.
What, are you ending the discussion? Because you didn't tell us why you think some religions are helpful and some aren't.
Damn it. I was trying to get out of it. No.
Hello?
Hello.
I
Hello.
didn't hear anything. It froze.
Oh, I was trying to hang up. No, I guess maybe I'm looking at it from a charitable standpoint. But, when you think about it, it's at the end of the day, it's the people, not necessarily the religion or the belief system. It is the people. But we have it so sunk into our minds that the only people that can do good are the religious, are the faithful, like the Salvation Army that has salvation in the title. Even Caring and Sharing Hands, that you went to, was religious based. So I think that's where it comes into play, at least in my opinion. But I keep forgetting that it is people that are helpful.
So, as an atheist, I can't be helpful?
Right. You can, absolutely. But what I'm saying that the average person that's what they think of. You know, let's say someone's going through hard times, right? And they can't pay the rent. The first recommendation is, have you contacted your local church? That sort of thing. So I think that we have been programmed to think that the churches, synagogues, excuse me, are those helpful places. Does that make sense? Am I
So
digging myself in a hole?
yeah, I don't understand what you're trying to do here. Are you trying to change your answer, or are you trying to justify what your answer was?
I'm trying to justify what my answer was.
Whereas you and I, Tyler, are equating or thinking of this question in terms of religion and how the particular religion acts, the religion, and he's equating it as more of a charitable thing,
No,
so
I'm equating it to the way that the entire world society behaves because of the fact that religion even exists. Period. Like, yes, would the world be better off without some religions? Yes, would the world be better off without all religions? Okay, would the world be better off without some religions? No, absolutely not. Because even without some religions, you still have religion.
right,
And it does not change the status quo. It
right,
doesn't matter if you have 3 religions or 300 religions.
Right.
right.
I mean,
That's exactly how I feel.
yeah.
All of them, because there's always, well, Islam is better than Christianity because this, and Christianity is better than Judaism because of this, and then people are fighting about that. But if they didn't have that to fight about, I'm sure they'd find other things to fight about, like, you're gay, you shouldn't get married, and you shouldn't have the same rights as me, and you have blue hair or blue eyes and blonde hair, so you should be put in a hole,
I
and
mean,
stuff like that.
the other way to think about it is take something I take something like Buddhism, all right? What we could probably think of as what most people might think of as the most peaceful religion out of any of them. Even if you had just that one religion and you had some people that were a part of it and some people that weren't, and so you're either in or out, can you honestly tell me that 100% of the people that are a part of that religion are not going to feel any animosity towards the people that aren't in
Right,
the religion
exactly.
and
This
want
is-
to convert them and want to get their point across? And maybe that one person gets a little too aggressive, even though Buddhism is a peaceful religion, or the vice versa, that the other side, the atheist side or the non-believer side, whatever you want to call it, that 100% of those people are just going to leave the religious people alone? No,
Right.
it's not going to happen.
that's not going to happen.
So,
Okay. And
while
Matt
while,
Wasik.
while
Go ahead,
again,
sorry.
I mean, maybe this one could have been a multiple choice thing. And again, I don't know if this is just trap wording by Matt Slick or not, but in terms of the some religions are helpful and some are not,
Right.
I would maybe say that some could be perceived as being more helpful, or
Or
more
I think
peaceful.
maybe if it
but
said some aspects of religion are helpful and some are not, and that
Sure.
would kind of help justify the way Scott interpreted that question as,
Right.
okay, some charitable works of the religion are helpful,
Sure.
because I think that's where he fell into a trap on that question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And we'll get Matt on because he really, really wants to come on the show and talk about this, so I told him, yeah, we would.
Mm-hmm.
All
Probably
right.
because we're the only ones that'll let him talk about it instead of fight him tooth and nail him on every
That's
issue.
probably true. I do want to go to quickly to 18 because it has a kinship with that question. Do you believe the world would be better off without Christianity? Yes, no, I don't know if the world would be better off.
I
Yes.
answered yes because I answered the world would be better off without all
All.
religions. So if I say all religions, there's no exception for Christianity. Yeah.
Yep.
And I put I don't know.
Probably because you fell into
Right.
the trap with the previous question.
Right.
And that's where the design of the questions, that's what the design of the questions were meant to do.
Right. Tyler?
Where did number 20 come from? Did you discuss that with him, or did he already
Yes.
have that one?
That was my question.
Do you believe that faith in a god or gods is a mental disorder? Yes, no, or I don't know.
Yeah, I came up with that question.
Are you Republican?
And what was your answer? Is being Republican a mental disorder?
No, but Republicans will say that it is a mental disorder.
That Republicans
Well, the
will
extremist
say,
ones that believe in God, the extremist religions, the extremist people that believe in gods have a mental disorder when they
Yeah, I mean,
do their things. No, I don't believe it's a mental disorder.
no.
That's what I answered.
and I answered I don't know. Because you, like you said, you have people who are just going about their day believing in their deity, but then you have, like you said earlier, the people with the blowhorn who are screaming at the top of their lungs in a public area in downtown Manhattan. You know, I mean, is that a person who's all there?
Is that any different than any of the televangelists?
Well, they're crazy too, but they're smart crazy because they found a way to make money.
But I mean, take the money aspect out of it. Is it any different?
Not really.
Right. So what makes the person standing on the street have a mental disorder when the person on the television doesn't?
Oh, I never, I don't think that the person on the televangelist doesn't have some sort of mental disorder or some sort of delusion going on.
So wouldn't a Christian be able to say about you, well, you're an atheist, so you have a mental disorder?
Sure,
Okay.
people have said it.
The reason that I answered no, it's not a mental disorder is because it's not. It's not. And we can't say we want you to have your religion, we want you to believe in your God, we want you, and then you can't turn around and say, well, I don't know if it is a mental disorder if it's not.
But let me give you a good example of maybe why I said that.
Okay.
Episode or two ago, we talked about Planned Parenthood, right? Mm-hmm. And this guy, from what we know, is a Bible-believing Christian who shot up a Planned Parenthood. Now, what is his defense going to be? Psychological disorder. Maybe, yes, to get a plea deal, but...
But there are plenty of people in the world that don't believe in God that have mental disorders.
I get that. But when it comes to actions based on your faith, is that a mental disorder?
No.
Okay.
No.
Fair enough. No, that's fine. I mean, this isn't a debate. We're just comparing answers. There's no right or wrong.
Gosh darn it, I thought it was a debate show.
Sorry, we're on the same show.
That doesn't mean we can't have healthy discussions.
Go to hell.
I don't believe in hell. There's no such thing as hell.
Just kidding. Who wants to take the next one? Let's do a few more because we've been at this for
we'll
hours.
skip over the scientific method stuff.
Yeah, because
Where does morality come from?
Which one?
Here is one
Number
of the
23.
classic, number 23. One of the classic Matt Slick trap questions.
When I got to this question, I knew it was coming. within the next few questions. I really did.
Yep, because this went down a familiar path of where does morality come from? Number 24, are there moral absolutes? Number 25, the famous, is the following statement true or false? It is always wrong for everyone to torture babies to death merely for one's personal pleasure.
And I did put an additional comment. I'm like, hey, this is on a bingo card, but that statement's usually used like a free space. All right.
Where does morality come from?
I
Morality
picked the
comes
first three.
from personal opinion, from society, from the family.
Yep.
Those are the first three options. Morality is whatever we decide it is. Morality comes from evolution. There are no morals. Morality comes from the teachings of Jesus, or if other. Please specify.
I picked the first three.
I believe I picked from society, and I'm not sure if I picked that it comes from family or not.
I picked that morality comes from society, that morality is whatever we decide it is.
Yeah, I was on the fence on that one, but I just left it blank. Okay.
So the reason I picked that it comes from society is because we have to decide as a whole, as a people, what's right and what's wrong, what's good and what's bad. And that's where we make our laws from. Now, I don't think it comes from anything other than what we talked about in a previous episode, where I believe morality is more something that's inherent in us when we're born.
Yeah.
Are there moral absolutes? A moral absolute is a moral truth that is always true and not dependent on opinions of society or preferences. There are no moral absolutes. Yes, there are, or neither.
I think I picked neither. And probably because I just didn't understand the question, because that stuff like moral absolutes, and I don't get that stuff. Anybody else?
I believe I picked that there are moral absolutes.
It's a trap.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly why I picked it was neither A nor B.
Because then it wanted you to go to the next question. Is the
Right.
following statement true or false? It is always wrong for everyone to torture babies to death merely for one's personal pleasure. And I wrote that is true because it is wrong.
I put as a trick question, it has no meaning. And then I gave my comment. But I want to move past morality because that's such a big topic and that's a whole nother episode, as we have said before. But what would it take for you to believe in God? Assuming that he means the Christian God, of course. I don't know what it would take for me to believe in God. I know exactly what it would take for me to believe in God. There is no God. I would have to be stupid and drunk to believe in God. If other, please specify. Yes, I put stupid and drunk in there.
Yes, you did.
I put there is no God, I believe. I know exactly what it would take, but I also said there is no God.
Yeah, this was a multiple choice
Yep.
one.
Multiple choice. This is a fun one, and then I'll get to this stupid one. Not the stupid one, but it's kind of a funny one. Do you think that society that is ran or run by Christians or atheists would be safer? Why? I think a society run by Christians would be safer, or I think the society run by atheists would be safer, or I don't think a society run by Christians or atheists would be safer than the other. Thoughts?
I said a society run by atheists would be safer than run by Christians.
Why?
Well, because atheists include everybody and Christians don't.
God, you have to mock me.
I'm not mocking you. If I was mocking you, you'd know it.
Head case, let us know if that was a mock, and that will prove that you watched this whole entire episode.
Anybody.
Anybody
Let
else?
us
Yeah.
know
Too.
if that was a mock, and then I'll prove you watched this whole entire episode.
Yes.
Tyler, what do you think about that?
Oh, definitely the society run by atheists, for sure. So.
What about society run by atheists who are anarchists?
Well, then technically, if they were anarchists,
Uh-oh.
the society would never actually be run because there would be absolutely no sort of organization or anything. Like there would be no collaboration or anything that was ever cohesive and brought together because that would defy anarchy. So,
Okay, good.
I'm just
And-
saying.
Good answer. Good answer. Good
Not-
answer. Survey says. No, I'm
I've
kidding.
never read
course,
the anarchist handbook, so I don't. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, of course I'm the rebel. I don't think a society run by Christians or atheists would be safer than the other.
Okay, explain yourself. What were you doing when you were taking this test?
I
Seriously.
think he was smoking pot.
Ah,
Never
God,
done.
I think he was smoking pole. Anyway,
Oh, what?
explain yourself.
Because it's not a reality. Because everyone has an own belief system. I think it would be chaos if it was ran by atheists. If the society was ran by a non-believer, it's just
Hold the horse, what?
statistics. No one would vote an atheist in office.
Planned Parenthood
You,
wouldn't be
if everybody was atheist, then yes, they would vote an atheist into office.
That is okay. It doesn't say anything about the society, everybody being it says being run by Christians or atheists.
He got you there, Tyler.
Damn it.
So there you go. Because I was gonna pull a Matt Slick quote and say, "You really need to do your homework. I'm not picking on you."
Damn
So,
it.
Final
It's a
question because I want to
trap.
wrap up.
Are you
Your
skipping
opinion-
right to the very last question?
Yeah, just so I can give him a plug. What is your opinion of Matt Slick, founder of Carm.org? He's a complete jerk. He's a pompous idiot. He is a completely arrogant, smug moron. He's a nice guy. Matt Slick is a waste of E=mc². He does not have Asperger's. He has an IQ of a squid fart. All of the above. If other, please specify.
And let us know in the comments. What
Let us
your
know in
answer
the
is.
comments because we're not going to give our opinion. So, unless you want to, if you want to, I don't know. Do we want to answer this? No.
I'll say it straight out.
Number 28 was a trap. That's what
I
I was
wrote,
saying.
Matt Slick is a completely arrogant, smug moron. I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to say that he's a moron, but he designed the question and the answer. So I just wanted to get across that he's arrogant and smug. I don't think he's a moron.
Yeah, he knows that. But okay, let's get back to Tyler because he's still hung up on 28.
No, I'm good. I'm
It's a
good.
trap. Are you good?
I'm good. All right, guys. Final thoughts?
Good to be back.
Don't ever make that face.
I was going to be like, a hunk bird in love.
I wonder if I could vanish like the witch.
I wish I could see
might try
Scott. I wish I could see Scott's face right now, but he's been frozen for like a half an hour on my screen.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching Positively Godless. Look at the links below or in the screen or wherever they are. And talk to us. Bye. Stupid. What?
That was awful.
It's still recording.
Yeah.
But it turns out that you're recording live from Paisley
New
Park or
York.
something.
No, it's because
After-
I got a new light. I got a new light.
Live from New York. It's Saturday night.
Why is it outputting smoke?
Oh my god, hold on. Oh no. I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. But now the bloopers are out of the way. Production meeting.
I think we better just wait another week. Come back when this whole thing is sorted out.
When the haze finally settles.
Yeah, because it's going to take a week for that to happen.
Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Hey everybody, welcome to this. Hey everybody, welcome to this week's God damn it.
Perfect. That's the end of the intro because it's already too long.
We didn't discuss the topic yet. We gotta do it over.
Don't
No,
get
that was the
butthurt, brah.
funniest thing ever.
No, we gotta leave the Matt Slick thing in there.
Hey, don't get butthurt, brah.
What did
God.
you say?
I said don't get butthurt, brah.
Don't get butthurt, brah. You
Don't
have a
ever,
form to
don't ever
fill
call
out.
me brah.
Brah.
Okay, brah.
That was the
You gotta-
funniest thing ever, Tyler. I mean, I didn't want to interrupt you, but
You have
you
to
knew
do-
I had to take that opportunity.
You
I
have.
was trying not to laugh. I was trying so hard not to.
We have to do the Matt Slick
Ever,
question. though.
Brasef.
That's our topic. That's
Okay,
the topic.
Brasef.
That's the.
Sure.
Okay. It's a main topic.
Brasefino.
God.
Scott, it's in there. We said it. It's fine. You're good. Fill out the form. Send it to email.
I have
Email
my.
godless@gmail.com.
We already said. I get my hernia surgery done on Thursday.
Yeah. That's where they take a piece of your brain out, right?
No.
He doesn't have any left for them to take out.
Yes, I do.
Scott, for the last time, your penis is not your brain. Okay? I know it's led you to make a lot of stupid decisions in your life, but it's not your brain.
Like this show.
Wait, your penis led you to do this show?
Yeah, what? I was like, what?
Yeah.
Who's the gay one now?
Damn it.
Who's the gay one?
All right, are we done so I can spend 15 minutes with my wife before she goes to work?
That's 12 more minutes than you need.
And if you do it like me, it's 14 and a half.
I don't get it. These are like Matt Slick questions.
I just totally messed up the Rubik's Cube again.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Love you.